Welcome to the season 4 of the NaXum podcast. We're back with more interesting thoughts and fresh ideas. So today, Omar will be hosting our session. Omar, the call is yours.
Thank you, Diana. Welcome, Ben. And today we are going to unpack our third generation referral marketing platforms. My question for
Mhm.
Ben is, in a world that's changing really fast, what is the biggest challenge that stops viral growth for companies in the space?
It's a really interesting question, Omar. When you think about referral marketing and direct selling companies, some of the biggest challenges is just not getting ahead of what's relevant today. The way we
Yep.
communicate with one another has changed a ton. I remember when I first started in direct selling, it was all about phone calls, pick up the phone and call. And even though there are some organizations that still build a business right on the phone, many are using platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok to tell their story in unique ways. Many are texting more than they're calling. There's all kinds of different changes. And because the world is changing so fast, many times companies are missing the information they need to be able to make the right decisions. I think about it as, we were all stuck in this world of looking at sales, enrollments, and subscriptions, transactional data, the results, and the stuff that happens at the end of the process, and hoping
Yep.
we could figure out, what levers to pull to change those numbers. And that's
Yep.
tough when you're blind.
Absolutely. That's a great insight, Ben. Thank you very much. Well, why did we create a third generation platform at NaXum?
Well, so thinking about generations, we should probably start with the definitions for those that aren't familiar with the different generations of referral marketing technology. Traditional referral marketing systems you think of, like first gen systems, are platforms that do shopping carts, commissions, back office, the traditional direct selling software platforms you think of in the space. Providers like the Exigo, By Design, Infotrax, CompuSalt, Multisoft, TrinitySoft, Crew would all fall into this definition of first generation platforms. Second generation platforms are a lot of the marketing systems that are in the space. These are things that will track videos sent or landing pages opted into or webinars attended. You may be familiar, there's dozens of app providers and marketing system providers in the space that are second gen systems. And our company, NaXum, could be seen as a first gen and second gen system for a long time with our unified platform. The last 10 years, we built a single platform that is not only your commission engine, back office shopping cart, but it's also your marketing tools and your sales systems. There was a piece of data missing. It wasn't enough to just show our clients, hey, here's how many people are going to webinars or how many people are claiming a sample of your product. We needed to fill in the gap on what are people saying to get someone to do that action. So like what
Yeah.
text messages are going out, what posts in social media are made that actually get someone to go check out a webinar or go check out, a sample of a product. And that's where the third gen systems came in. It was creating this predictive engine that felt like a top leader sitting next to the newest person suggesting what to do next, and then putting it into the apps, putting it into the web-based systems so that we could actually track what the individual salespeople were doing. And then out of what they're doing, what's actually working. And it's only when we're able to give that type of information, Omar, that makes all the difference, because now
Yeah.
the smart, intelligent teams that run these companies, right, can make better decisions. There's been a unique insight that, Omar, both you and I have gotten to share with many clients this year. And
Yep.
it's really interesting. There's a lot of benchmarks in our industry. And what we found was, hey, if you just don't change and try to run your business off of transactional data, you're going to, best case scenario, hit average.
Yeah.
Average numbers in our space, right?
True.
For the benchmark. So you're not gonna beat your peers, right? You're gonna hope to hit average growth numbers. So if the industry's doing well, or if it's not doing well,
Yeah.
congratulations, that's the bet you made. But what the data says, which is so interesting, is if companies can measure the rest of their pipeline and optimize by even 20%, they will actually double their revenue per active sales rep over their peers. That's a really
Absolutely.
big thought. Yeah, you gotta hold on to that one. And I know you, Omar, you've had incredible experience sharing that insight. All kinds of companies this year. And
Yep.
I mean, together, we've seen all kinds of people who, had all kinds of different goals and agendas and plans for their year say, okay, wait a minute, we need to look at that. We need to think about how do we actually measure the entire pipeline so we can make better decisions than our peers.
Yes.
That was a big
Yes,
change.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. That was great insight. Right. My last question is, how can someone explore if a third gen platform is right for them?
Great question again. So for those that are exploring this concept, they're saying, okay, that sounds interesting. What does that look like? Both Omar, myself, Shane, we all host discovery sessions with clients. The best place to start would be to go to NaXumTour.com and go ahead and actually opt in there. There's a video overview and an opportunity to set a time to meet with us one-on-one. I think meeting together one-on-one, walking through the insights report that we've created that has helped dozens and dozens of other direct selling companies in the space is a perfect place to start. You have to know, thinking through this, it truly is a framework shift. It's a framework shift of asking your team, how should we make decisions? People ask us all the time, what's the secret to why some people grow virally and others don't? And I come back saying it's literally how the executive team makes decisions. At the end of the day, your growth and your success and your forward motion all comes down to the framework you're using to make decisions. And there's a tweak needed. There's a new frame of mind available, and we'd be glad to share it with you. But thank you so much for having me out here on the podcast today. Thanks for just unpacking the third gen systems for a moment together, Omar. It was a pleasure to be on.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Pleasure's all mine.
If you're looking for more information about NaXum itself, go to www.naxum.com. Or if you want to view our most recent studies, go to www.naxumtour.com and take a look there.